this is an important local story, and I brought it up briefly, and I only said for a few moments what took place here. And this is important. It's important. If you remember the October 1 shooting, how could we forget? We should never forget that horrible atrocity that took place because we want to remember those that lost their lives. 58 people lost their lives October 1, 2017. It was a concert that I was supposed to go to, by the way, and I didn't go because there was a Vegas Golden Knights game that night. And as I drove home, I saw the carnage on TV, and I was shocked. And, you never think it's going to happen in your own backyard. And it did here. But we do have some good news for the families. And obviously, it'll never bring their loved ones back, sadly. But maybe a little bit of closure. Not a lot of closure because we still don't know why Paddock did what he did. It's a mystery. The guy just lost his mind. It's crazy to me. But remember we heard the story of this Arizona man that had this, I guess you could say, a run-in. Not really a run-in, but Paddock wanted to buy some ammunition from this guy. Well, this Arizona man has now been sentenced to 13 months in federal prison. And he's going to federal prison for selling home-loaded bullets to Paddock, who, as I mentioned, unleashed the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, 58 people dead. His name is Douglas Haig. He's 57 years old, and he was also sentenced to 3 years of supervised release for his guilty plea. He manufactured this ammunition without a license, and a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office said, and he's going to be going to jail for a while now. Now, listen, 13 months, you might say to yourself, geez, what's that, a week for every single person that lost his life? This guy's lucky. This guy's lucky he's not going away for 20, 30 years. But it is a step in the right direction. All of you people out there that love guns, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem. Listen, if you love your guns and it's a free country, as long as you're not a felon, you're allowed to buy weapons, that's fine. But if you're a gun lover, I want you to think about this for a second. With all your passion that you have for guns, do you have the same passion for ending gun violence? And if the answer is yes, and I hope it is, then what are your solutions? I have a few solutions of my own. I don't think these types of assault weapons should be on the streets. The types of weapons that Paddock used that are used for one reason, and the main reason being for killing as many people as possible in a short period of time. Those types of guns should not be sold on the streets. That's my solution. Yes, mental illness is also a big problem. But all Donald Trump has done since October 1 is bump stocks. And anybody who knows anything about guns can tell you, you can pretty much take your own belt and turn that into a bump stock if you know what you're doing. Everybody likes to brag about, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of Republicans want to brag about, politicians, how they have an A-plus rating from the NRA. And it's disgusting to me. The Jim Marchands of the world, who has, by the way, no chance of defeating Horsford. Jim Marchant likes to go around town and prance around town about how he has an A-plus rating from the NRA. But if you go after a Jim Marchant and you ask him, what are your solutions to gun violence, he'll tell you more guns. Because he's a fool, that's why. He is a fool. And these people out there that want to brag about their A-plus rating from the NRA disgust me because they have no answers for gun violence in this country. None. Zero. I don't even want to say her name, but somebody that was running for office, complete dope, who came on this show. I asked her, I said, well, what are your solutions? She said, well, you know what? If we get rid of all guns, look at the Oklahoma City bombing. People are just going to bomb people. That was her response. And this was someone that was running for office. Thank God she didn't win. What a dope. But, think about that for a second. I don't expect to change all of your minds here. I'm not going to. But if you're a passionate gun owner and you're passionate about guns, that's fine. I have no problem with you. What are your solutions to gun violence? Think about that.